Fred here, welcome back to the Gear Obsession channel. A lot of you probably have seen those Gorilla pods, which are tripods that have these flexible feet. This is the Gorillatorch, which has a 65 lumen light on it. Really cool. I bought it for several reasons. For one thing, it has these magnetic feet, so you could just sort of pop it on anything and do work. It's very strong magnets on this thing, and also you can sort of just wrap it around things if the magnetic feet don't work. But I bought it so I could use it for reviews, like when I'm doing knives and guns and things, and I want to put specific lighting on items. So I bought this for like $25, runs about $25 to $30, and is it worth it? I'll let you know in a minute. So let me demonstrate how I wanted to use this. Here's the light. I wanted to just sort of either wrap it around the camera itself somehow while I was videotaping, sort of like that, or maybe even around one of the tripod legs down here, but you know, just somehow wrap it around there to add some extra light. Now, I'm going to go ahead and turn this light on. And right away, there's a problem. Let me do this again. Light off. Light on. What I have is this very bright single little spot, and then this one overall big flood. To give you an idea how big, sorry, I needed to close the closet door there. Just to give you an idea, this flood is, you can see there's a single dot, and then you can see the big giant flood. If I bring this down here, actually let me turn this, my big flood light off here that I use for video taping, and you can see there's one little light and this floodlight, which is very dim, so you end up with this, unfortunately, very tight spotlight and a very weak large floodlight. I mean, this is great for working on cars. You could stick it onto the underside of the hood of your car while you're working on it and all that good stuff. But again, very uneven light. So, you know, it's perfectly executed everywhere else. These legs, the little magnetic tips. By the way, it holds or operates on 3 AA batteries that you just simply insert on this one side, and then it has this thing you turn where it goes, it clicks to full brightness and then dims down as you turn it. I would rather have it where it turns on dim and then gets brighter as you turn. It sort of seems backwards to me. But again, this thing, I've had it now for a couple of months and I haven't used it because of that. And I finally came up with a solution to this problem, and that is a piece of paper that I cut out. So let me show you what I did. I'm going to move the camera a little bit. Sorry about all the motion. But what I basically did was to take off this cover, and you can see there's a clear glass. Now I was thinking about sandblasting this, sort of just giving it a translucent color, but I didn't want to do permanent damage. So what I did was I put this down on a piece of paper, traced it, and then cut out this perfect round piece of paper. And what I did was I fit the piece of paper into this ring, put the glass or plastic back on here, so you get a perfect piece of paper covering there, and screwed this back on. There we go. So now what I'm getting is a much more even light. Now it's not as bright. I mean, normally that bright little spot there is 65 lumens, really bright, almost tactical. It ain't now, but at least I could use it for when I'm demonstrating items. So let me give you an example. I'm going to go ahead and sort of put this here around the camera. So let's say I want to show off something on a really tight view here. And nothing's going to go well today, but you know, you have your good days, you have your bad days, and I'm going to have one of these days. So now, well, I'm really going to have one of these bad days. Alright, there we go. So clamp these legs around, and I could do shots now where I could go ahead and really highlight areas where I need that light to show off things when it's close. See that? Because if I didn't have this light, that's what you would be seeing. You would be seeing very dark, not well lit items. But now that I have this light right here, I could just go ahead and show you very close, and it's not that spot, you know, that single little spot that I would get, and it would be very reflective. Since it's translucent, it makes for a much better video to highlight some details. By the way, this is a Leatherman Blast, very good multi-tool. I carry it around me with my everyday bag when I'm able to carry it. So that's how I fix this thing. Let me take it back off. So here we go, the Gorillatorch as it comes out of the box for $25 to $30. I don't recommend it because they screwed up bad. They really screwed up bad in the way that this light focuses. It's terrible. But everything else is very well executed. You know, just like their tripods, these Gorilla legs, the magnets are great. The light is very powerful and lasts a long time, like 80 hours on that those 3 AA batteries. But when you take off my little paper thing there and just go back to the clear cover, the lighting is terrible. And if you look at the reviews overall are very good, but when you look at what people are complaining about, they want a focus feature for this. You want to be able to focus, because if I'm doing a review, that's what you end up with, this really tight light spot in one area and then a weak flood everywhere else. So I'm not sure what they were thinking, but Joby, if you're watching this video, you can make this great product into an outstanding product. But the way that it sits right now, let me back you up a little bit. I'm not even recommending this at all. That's my 100-watt floodlight for my normal lighting, by the way. Out of the box, for the price of this thing, I cannot recommend it at all. If it had some sort of focus feature, or some sort of maybe a translucent lens option or something like that, this would be getting like a 9 or 10 out of 10. It is a very well designed utility light that they just failed so badly with the way they executed the reflector and the focusing of the spot and flood functionality of it. So there you go. That's my review of the Joby I'm sorry, Gorillatorch light. Again, $25 to $30. I don't recommend it. And sorry for those of you who like it. It's just my opinion. I mean, you can go out and get it. Again, cut out a piece of paper, you make it perfect. So before I finish choking to death, I'd like to wish everybody a happy, healthy evening. And thank you very much for joining me here at the Gear Obsession channel. I really appreciate friends, viewers, and subscribers. Have a great one.